Good evening. Hello there. All right.
Mhm.
Can you hear me and see me well?
I'm very well, it's okay.
All right. That's nice. By the way, my name is Ian. What's your name?
And my name is Mako.
Mako. Is this the correct spelling?
It is Maku.
Mako. Is this a...
Oh,
All right. Sorry for that.
hi.
Nice to meet you there, Mako. All right. Can I ask if I'm speaking too fast, too slow, or just okay?
Just okay.
Okay, good job. So now this time, let's proceed to the text you chose, okay?
Okay.
Alright, for a while. Alright, so let's start the lesson. You chose side by side 2, chapter 3 to 3. Is that correct?
Yes.
Alright.
Age 23.
Okay, good. Now this time, let's move on to the first topic here. What would you like? Okay. Now let's read two model conversation. Please repeat after me.
Okay.
What would you like for what would you like for des what would you like for dessert?
What would you like for dessert?
Dessert.
Dessert.
Good. I can't decide. What do you recommend?
I can't decide. What do you recommend?
I recommend our chocolate ice cream. Everybody says it's delicious.
I recommended our chocolate ice cream. Everybody say it's delicious.
Okay, please give me a dish of a chocolate ice cream.
Okay, please give me a dish of chocolate ice cream.
What would you like for breakfast?
What would you like for breakfast?
I can't decide. What do you recommend?
I can't decide. What do you recommend?
I recommend our scrambled eggs. Everybody say they're out of this world.
Hmm. I recommend our scrambled eggs. Everybody say they're out of this world.
Okay, please give me an order of scrambled eggs.
Okay, please give me an order of scrambled eggs.
All right, so good job. So far so good. There's no mispronounced words on the conversations. Okay. All right, good job. Now this time, let's do a role play using the first model. I will first model conversation. I will be A and you'll be B.
Okay.
All right, let's start. What would you like for dessert?
I can't decide. What do you recommend?
I recommend our chocolate ice cream. Everybody says it's delicious.
Okay, please give me a dish of chocolate ice cream.
All right, very good. Now let's switch the roles, okay? I'll be B and you'll be A.
Okay, what would you like for dessert?
I can't decide. What do you recommend?
I recommend our chocolate ice cream. Everybody say it's delicious.
Okay, please give me a dish of chocolate ice cream.
Mhm.
All right, good. Now this time, let's proceed to the next model conversation. Still, I'll be A first and you'll be B.
Okay.
All right, let's start. What would you like for breakfast?
I can't decide. What do you recommend?
If I recommend our scrambled eggs. Everybody say they're out of this world.
Okay, please give me an order of scrambled eggs.
Okay, alright, so now this time let's switch the roles, okay? I'll be
Okay,
B and you'll be A.
else. What would you like for a breakfast?
I can't decide. What do you recommend?
I recommend our scrambled eggs. Everybody say they're out of this world.
Alright, good job. So far so good. You really have a good pronunciation there. Uh,
Thank you.
it's some sort of an American accent there. Good job.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, this time let's have the activity, okay?
Okay.
Using the pattern of the model conversations, let's create more dialogues. Okay? I'll be A and you'll be B. Are you
Okay.
ready?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, what would you like for lunch?
Mm, I can't decide. What do you recommend?
I recommend our chicken soup every day. Everybody say it's delicious.
Okay, please give me. Okay, please give me a bowl of bowl of chicken soup.
Very good. All right. Next, let's have the number two.
Mhm.
Okay. What would you like for breakfast?
Mm, I can't decide. What do you recommend?
I recommend our pancakes. Everybody says they're delicious.
Oh, okay. And please give me an order of pancakes.
Very good. Next, we have number three here.
Mhm.
What would you like for dessert?
I can't decide. What do you recommend?
I recommend our apple pie. Everybody says it's delicious.
No, sounds good. It's an apple pie. What would you like for brunch?
uh, I would. I can decide. What do you recommend?
I recommend our chicken soup. Everybody say they're out of this world.
Okay, please give me a bowl of chicken soup. All right, next
Yeah,
number,
sure.
please.
Okay. What would you like for breakfast?
I can decide. What do you recommend?
I recommend our pancakes. Everybody say they're out of this world.
Ooh. Okay, please give me an order of pancakes.
hmm Yes. What would you like for dessert?
I can't decide. What do you recommend?
I recommend our apple pies. And everybody say they're out of this world.
Okay, please give me a piece of apple pie.
Wow.
Good. Next,
what, what would you like for drink? What would you like to drink?
I can't decide. What do you recommend?
I recommend our milk. Everybody say they're out of this world.
Okay, please give me a cup of milk.
Uh, which kind of milk? Okay. What would you like for what would you like for dessert?
I can't decide. What do you recommend?
I recommend our strawberries. Everybody say they're out of this world.
Wow, okay. Please give me a bowl of strawberries.
Okay. What would you like? What would you like for? What would you like to drink?
I can't decide. What do you recommend?
I recommend our hot chocolate. Everybody say they're out of this world.
Okay, please give me a cup of hot chocolate.
Sure.
Good answer there. Next. So, good job on giving me your own conversation there and also responding to my questions earlier. Alright? So, tate mo yoy.
Thank you.
Now, this time, let's move on to the next activity how to say it. Okay? Let's have a role play first. I'll be A and you'll be B.
B. Okay.
Okay? What do you recommend for breakfast?
Mm, I recommend the pancakes.
Very good. And can we use again the second word? I will ask once again, then you will say, I suggest. Okay, let us try. What do you recommend for breakfast?
I suggest the pancakes.
Very good. Now, this time, let's switch roles. Okay?
Okay. What do you recommend for breakfast?
I recommend the pancakes. One more
What
time.
What do you recommend for breakfast?
I suggest the pancakes. Very
Mm-hmm.
good. Now, let's proceed to the next part here. This time, let's move on to the uh, Stanley's favorite recipes. Okay? Before we start with our activity, let's learn the grammar rule for this lesson first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We have here, I'll be typing here on the chat box.
Okay.
Susumate kudasai.
Yes. English.
There you go. Rule number one. I'll read this one, okay? The
Mm-hmm.
imperative is a base form of the verb with you as the understood subject. The imperative is used to give introductions, commands, orders, and warnings. Okay? Example: you, right? Chop up imperative a few onions. Okay? Another one: you add, that's the imperative, a little salt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We have here rule number two. Rule number two, a little is used with non-count nouns, while a few is used with count nouns. Example, add a little salt. Add a few potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If it's not countable, you will say a little. But
Mm-hmm.
if it's countable, like you can count pieces by pieces, you will say a few.
Yes.
Add a few.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so is everything so clear?
Mm-hmm. Yes. It's
Very
okay.
good. Now let's proceed. Now let's practice the new vocabulary
Mm-hmm.
words for activity one first, okay? We have here,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be typing this one to the chat box for a while. Okay, please repeat after me. Cut
Mm-hmm.
up,
Cut up.
pour in water,
Pour in water.
slice,
Slice.
add.
Add.
Alright, is everything clear so far?
Cut up. Cut up. Only cut.
Alright, yeah, cut up, like small pieces to cut up. Okay?
Pour in water is maybe boiled oil. Water.
Mm-hmm.
And
Pour
slice.
in water.
Listen, add. Okay.
Alright, now this time let's have an activity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? In this activity, we are going to follow Stanley's special vegetable stew recipe. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody says it's fantastic. So we will do a role play. I'll read number one, and you read number two, and so on. Okay? We'll do it alternately. Ready?
Okay.
Okay. Number one, let's start. Put a little butter into a saucepan.
Mm. Chop up a few onions.
Cut up a cut up a few potatoes.
Mm-hmm. Pour in water. Mm-hmm.
Slice few vegetables.
Oh, so and add a little salt.
Chop up a few mushrooms.
Mm-hmm. And slice uh slice a little tomatoes.
Add, actually, slice a few tomatoes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I,
Nine, you have here. Add a little pepper.
yeah, yeah. And cook for 3 hours.
All right, that's a good sentence there, and the last recipe there for number 10. Okay, so my bad there in number five. That's actually slice a few carrots. I said earlier vegetables, so that's those were carrots. Okay, all right, so good job. Okay, now this time let's practice the number two vocabulary words.
Okay.
All
Mm-hmm.
right, we have here. Repeat after me. Honey,
Honey,
baking soda,
baking soda,
nuts.
nuts,
Mix in raisins.
mixing raisins.
Okay, is everything clear?
Mixing raisins. Raisin.
Raisin.
Ah,
Raisins.
dry grape.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay, exactly.
Okay, let's proceed now.
Mm-hmm.
This time, let's do the second activity. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
in this activity, we are
Mm-hmm.
going to follow Stanley's special fruitcake recipe. Now, this time it's fruitcake. Everybody says it's out of this world. We'll do a role play. I'll read number one, and you read number two, and so
Mm-hmm.
on. We'll do it alternately. Okay,
Okay.
ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's start. Put a few cups of sugar into a mixing bowl.
Sure.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
sorry for that. Put a few cups of flour.
Wow. Very
All right.
fast.
Put a few cups of flour, not sugar, into a mixing bowl. My bad.
Add a little sugar.
Slice a
Mm-hmm.
few apples.
Mm-hmm. And cut up a few oranges.
Pour in, what's that? Is it a milk?
Yeah, honey.
Honey, okay.
Oh.
Pour pour in a little honey.
Uh-huh. And add a little baking soda. Mm-hmm.
Okay, chop up a few nuts.
Mm-hmm. And add a little salt.
Mix in a few raisins.
Mm-hmm. And bake for 45 minutes.
All right, good job there. I'm so sorry because the
Oh.
text here are a lot small, so I was having hard time reading those one. Okay, so thank you for saying me on number five. That's honey, by the way. Okay, so good job. Now,
Mhm.
Mako, let's proceed to the next one. Okay.
Okay.
All
Mm-hmm.
right.
Oh.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like you to think about your favorite food and
Mm-hmm.
tell me about the recipe for it.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, do you have your favorite recipe?
Recipe. Ah, yes. I like okonomiyaki.
Oh, so
Do you
how
know
do we how do
okonomiyaki?
we make
Okonomiyaki.
okonomiyaki? Uh,
Okonomi. Okay, tell you about okonomiyaki. How can I say? Egg, broken egg, egg,
yes,
egg. Break egg.
Oh, how do we say break a few eggs? All right.
Break few egg uh,
Into what? Into
into bowl.
okay,
Make
good. Uh,
into a
let me
bowl.
type that one. Okay. First,
Uh-huh.
we have here
Uh-huh.
break
Mm-hmm.
a few eggs.
Eggs into a mixing bowl.
Very good into a mixing
Mm-hmm. The,
bowl.
mm-hmm.
Next,
Pour in water. Pour.
pour
pour.なんだろう。water. Water.
little. It's
Help me.
countable or not countable?
Water is non
Not
not
countable.
countable.
Very good. So what are we going to use? A little or a few?
A little.
Very good. Pour a
Mm.
little
Pour a
water.
little water. Hmm.
Next,
And add a little flour.
a little flour. Flour.
Flour. Hmm?
Flour.
Flour.
Okay.
Flour.
Not flour because it's different. It's a flour. It's
Mm,
flour.
flour.
Very
Flour.
good. Much better than flour.
And slice. Okay, cut up. Slice a few. Slice a few cabbage.
Okay. Cabbages. Okay.
Cabbages. And cut up a little. Cut up a few pork.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Cut a few pork. Mm-hmm. And we're mixing.
What was that?
Mixing.
Mixed it.
mix, mix, mix it.
Okay. For
And
mix it
mm,
for how many? Mix it for how many minutes?
how many minutes? A few minutes.
Okay. Oh, that's correct. Mix it
Mhm,
for a
mhm.
few minutes.
and and you prepare pan, uh,
Prepare a pan
fry pan.
or heat a pan. Okay.
Heat a pan. Yes, heat a pan, and add a few. Add a little oil.
Very good. Add a little oil.
And you 焼く bread, break なんだろう焼く into the pan, mixing bowl.
You add. You
Yes,
add.
fry pan the bowl.
Pour. You pour
Uh-huh.
the mixture in the heating pan. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Pour the mixture
Mhm,
in the
mhm.
heated pan. Okay.
Heated pan and bake for 5 minutes.
Bake, heat up for 5 minutes.
That 5 minutes. And turn over more 5 minutes.
Wow. Okay, and after that,
And last,
serve.
dish.
Okay,
Uh,
transfer into dish.
yeah, transferred into the dish and add the sauce and mayonnaise.
Wow, add a little sauce and mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Alright, so good job. I cannot type that one anymore because you don't have much time.
Okay.
But so far, so good. You
Thank
give me
you.
your recipe of your favorite food. Alright, good job on this lesson. Bye bye, Maku.